and welcome to Haley's home. This is my home and this is my first video on this channel. I'm excited and to kick it off, we are going to do a project. And when I say we, my husband Kevin is also going to do this project with me. I'm really excited, and what we're going to be doing is both a health, wellness, and weight loss project. We're going to be going on keto, and we're both really excited to do this together. So right now it's October 1st, and we're going to get started. Each week, we're going to provide a weekly update. And within that weekly update, we are going to go over pros and cons of that week for us. We also are going to go over any sort of resources, tips, things that we learned that would be helpful, also recipes that really worked for us. We also are going to go over our weight loss and body fat changes. So we're going to have monthly milestone videos, and these are going to show the same things within the weekly updates, but also take on changes in our measurements and also our progress photos. So we're excited to share this journey with you. It's new to us, so it's gonna be a trial and error, but we hope that in addition to providing information for you, it's also gonna hold accountability for us. To start off, let's talk about what keto is. So what is keto? Keto is a high-fat, moderate protein, low-carb diet. The keto diet has the body use stored fat, which are also known as ketones, instead of carbs as fuel. So this is done by limiting the number of carbs consumed in the body. By limiting the number of carbs consumed, the body is placed into a fat-burning process called ketosis. And here we have a pie chart that shows the fats, the proteins, and the carbs broken up, and you can see that there is definitely a lot more fats being consumed. And then the light pink is the protein, and the orange is the carbs. So you're really limiting those number of carbs. So how long does it take to get into ketosis? This is a good question, and one that I've been researching myself. From my research, I found that it takes approximately 5 to 7 days to get into ketosis. Once in ketosis, the body is using the fat as fuel. During those first few days that the body is adjusting, the body can also jump into what's called the keto flu. Now, these are symptoms such as insomnia, nauseousness, headache, fatigue, and the list goes on. Kevin and I are hoping that we can avoid this, but we did jump into this cold turkey, so we'll give you updates next week on how this goes. What are the benefits of keto? There are so many different benefits that we've read about, and the research just continues to show positive changes that the body will go through. So of course, fat loss, decreased bloating, better focus and better mood, improved sleep, less acne, and a change in taste to enjoy more healthy food. So on keto, what can you eat? Well, things that you want to avoid are breads, pastas, grains, starches, different sugars and sweet treats, alcohol, which includes beer, sweet wines, most spirit. There is some talk that you can have different wines, which are low in carb, and also some low carb spirits. Also, to avoid most fruits. When I say most fruits, we've read that the only fruits that you can have on a very limited basis is berries. You want to be very careful though, because if you have too many, you can kick yourself out of ketosis. So another food to avoid is margarine, starchy veggies, which include potatoes, sweet potatoes, that sort of thing, and then processed and packaged foods. Now, what are the foods that we can eat? Foods to eat, you can have healthy fats, protein, and veggies. Within these lists on the healthy fats, these can consist of avocados, mayo, butter, sour cream, cheeses, nut butters, oils, coconut milk, olives, and nuts. Talking about protein, this can include eggs, chicken, turkey, beef, pork, and fish. And then veggies, you can see here there's a whole list, and there were so many more, but this is just a list to name a few. There's a rule of thumb that anything that grows above ground is okay. All right, so now that we know about keto, we're gonna jump into some questions and answers with Kevin. So here we go. First question, Kevin, what are you most excited about?
I'm excited to lose weight, just straight up. I'm really looking forward to getting rid of this belly and for looking good for my wife.
Getting back to feeling healthy, being able to wear jeans and clothes that I have that I can't fit in right now, I think that it'll help my self-confidence, and I think that I'll just generally feel better. We both have been at our ideal weights. and we felt good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time you weighed your ideal weight?
4 years ago in Australia. I felt my best. So, been there, I know how I feel, and I know I can get there. How about you?
Yeah, probably about 4 years.
You felt good, you know you can do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yep. Felt really good.
Yep. And this is just the beginning. We want to get, this weight off, and then the next step will be maintaining. But for right now, we both have our goals, which both of us have about 30, I think, pounds that we want to lose.
Yep.
So we're kind of both in similar spaces here. I suppose we live together and eat together, so we gain the same weight.
So what are you not looking forward to with this?
Not looking forward to, I'd have to say taking away certain foods. So on keto, you have low carbs, and I really like bread, and I do like sugars. Like I like ice cream an awful lot. I'm gonna miss those pastas. And also easy meals. Like I know that keto, you can make easy meals, but I think that my mind is gonna want to go to extravagant.
I'm gonna really miss beer.
Yes, beer and wine. Wine for me.
Thai food. Thai food has a lot of carbs. So when did you feel that your weight became an issue?
I feel like it just was progressively, I think, with stress. I think with summertime, when we tend to have barbecues and we tend to have beer and wine and go do all the fun things, we tend to want to celebrate, and food is a way that we celebrate. And I think it's just retraining our minds and our lifestyle that's really going to help us with this. But I think that when our lifestyle became a celebration all the time in regards to food, we do want to celebrate all the time, but with food, when it becomes unhealthy, I think that that's when it became and becomes the issue.
I don't know if I ever felt like my weight became an issue was like an on-off switch. I've definitely felt it gradually building on me. I have 2 herniated discs in my back, and as I get heavier, those hurt more. So it's definitely kind of a slow slip into pain for me. So I'm really looking forward to losing the weight and getting rid of the pain as well.
What do you think will be your biggest struggle?
Probably be wanting to overeat and having beer cravings. I'm all for that craft beer. Mm-hmm. And I typically ate too much.
For me, my biggest struggle, I think just staying positive. I think that that's probably going to be one. Because I think I'm going to be hungry. Hungry can cause agitation, and then having to cook and do dishes. I think that's going to be my big struggle. I think it's going to be a struggle, but I think it's going to be a struggle that's worth the results.
Do you have any health problems that concern you with keto?
I do. So about 2 years ago, I had my gallbladder removed. And that, your gallbladder is there to help with digesting fats. And so since keto is a high-fat, low-carb diet, I do have some, not so much concerns, but I just think that it will affect my digestion. I've definitely researched it to make sure that I will be okay. And sure enough, it's going to be fine. But I think that there is the potential for some digestion complications. And so I just want to be aware of that. And I think that I may have to just kind of adjust the diet just to make sure that I'm taking the amount of fat that works for my body. Also, lactose. I sometimes have a low reaction to lactose, and it can make me a little phlegmy. It's not the best thing to think about, but it's true. So that's another health concern that, is there. But we'll see how it goes.
None that are really directly affected by keto. I have my lower back, so I'm just looking forward to less pain.
We have our beginning stats that we want to share. We are going to go over our macros now. And the macros are based off of a keto calculator, and it'll tell us what the different nutritional points, such as our calories for the day, our carbs, our protein, and our fat, and how much they recommend based off of our age, our gender, our weight, and our height. And so here are our recommended macros. Okay, and next we're going to share our current situation. My current weight is 162.9 pounds. Current body fat, 35%.
My current weight is 221 pounds. My body fat is 21.5%.
BMI is 26.3.
My BMI is 27.6.
And we both found through researching on the internet that this is in the overweight category. Just barely, but still. We can feel it, and we are trying to get into the normal, mid-normal range. Okay, and next is measurements.
So my measurements, at my waist I was 40 inches, at my hips I was 45.5 inches, at my chest I was 41 inches, my upper arm was 14 inches, my upper leg was 23 inches, and my calf was 16.5 inches.
Great. For waist, I am at 32.5 inches, hips 45 inches, chest 37 inches, upper arm 11 inches, upper leg 26 inches, and calf 15 inches. All right, so now that we've gone through the question and answers and introducing you to this project, what's going to come up next is our first week video, so keep your eye out for that. We'll be going over again the pros, the cons, different resources that come up that help us along the way, and then also we'll go over our weight changes and our body fat changes. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you tune in next time. Bye!